in person for your continuous support for Taiwan and its people. I want to begin my talk by thanking the Foreign 2000 Foundation for inviting me to take part in this year's conference again. And I want to express my appreciation to Executive Director, Mr. Kapoor, and his team for organizing such a meaningful event every year, and for their dedication in facilitating interactions among democracy advocates. I also treasure their consistent support and friendship for Taiwan very much. Many of you might not know my connection with Foreign 2000 started 20 years ago. There's no suggestion about my age. And I attended the 8th Annual Foreign 2000 Conference in 2004. After serving as Taiwan's Minister of the Mainland Affairs Council, that's Chinese Affairs, for 4 years, I still remember joining former President Ha for the inspiring discussions at the forum on how we could empower civil society in the globalized world. A month later, former President Ha visited Taiwan at the invitation of the Taiwan Foundation for Democracy. During his visit, former President Ha shared with the people of Taiwan inspirational stories of people of Czechia, how students and ordinary citizens fought authoritarianism and one-party rule and championed democracy for their country. So, I'm very happy to see, after more than 2 decades, Foreign 2000 is still standing at the forefront, providing an effective and inclusive platform for global leaders, advocates, and thinkers to openly discuss the most pressing issues of today. Issues such as the global cooperation of democracies, the role of the civil society, democracy and human rights development, the rise of authoritarianism and liberalism, and ways to counter them, and the impact of technology on democracies. More importantly, we're gathered here today to have an important conversation on democracy's resolve and resilience. The world has endured quite a lot in the past few years. Democracies around the world have faced unprecedented challenges, from the pandemic to the subsequent economic downturn, from the effects of climate change to non-proliferation and war. We found authoritarian regimes becoming more confident than ever in their way of rule. We could feel that they now truly believe that authoritarianism is more adaptive than the democratic system. And their leaders want to export their way of governing to the rest of the world. Through gray zone activities, military threats and invasion, and quantitative and information warfare, authoritarian regimes in an increasingly aggressive manner are now aiming to erode our citizens' confidence in democratic institutions and polarize our societies. Amidst all this, Taiwan stands on the front lines of the assault. The most recent action taken is China's announcement earlier today for a military exercise called Joint Sword 2024B. I can assure you that has nothing to do with my presence here today. For more than half a century, Taiwan has faced constant intimidation from the Chinese Communist regime, which has tried every possible way to annex Taiwan. And those threats only intensified as Taiwan became an integral part of the international community, with democracies and their leaders demonstrating their support and willingness to collaborate and visit Taiwan. On the other hand, the experience of decades of constant intimidation and dealing with the fickle nature of international environment made Taiwan society and its leaders resilient and pragmatic. Taiwan, in the all-of-society manner, worked diligently to counter coercion and intimidation through security collaboration with like-minded allies. Our work also includes military reform, civil defense, and media literacy. And during every critical juncture, Taiwan civil society activated itself and worked towards the goal of safeguarding Taiwan's hard-earned democracy. In other words, the people of Taiwan demonstrated time and again that democracy is a non-negotiable part of who we are. It is also a part of our unwavering identity, even though safeguarding who we are has required courage and persistence. It is the commitment we made as Taiwanese. This past January, amid military intimidation, information manipulation, and cognitive warfare, Taiwan kick-started what experts call the super year for elections, where half of the world's population in 72 countries will go to the polls and elect their future leaders. The people of Taiwan actively participated in the campaign activities, then went to the polls excitedly to cast their votes for those they deemed qualified and suitable to represent and lead them. It is evidence to me that democracy is truly the only game in town for Taiwan, and life in Taiwan is unquestionably free and democratic. Not only were the Taiwanese living their lives as proud Democrats, Taiwan continued to support and share its experience and work with like-minded countries to safeguard the liberal democratic world order and to tackle the challenges the world has continued to face. To conclude, I would like to say this. Taiwan's democracy, similar to European democracies, was built on the sacrifices of those who fought against dictatorships. We also have courageous forebearers whose desire for democracy and freedom inspire our future generations. A lot of us have walked a long way to obtain the freedom we enjoy today, and yet there are people still on that difficult path to freedom. We have a shared understanding of how precious and sometimes fragile democracies can be. And also because of our shared experience, we know the importance of why we must stand together. Right, we will surely face other challenges in the future. Now that I'm standing here with you all, I wish to tell you that I feel even more confident that by being united, working together, and keeping our beliefs in the values of democracy, we will always triumph. I still want to end by inviting you to visit my lovely country. Don't worry, you'll be safe. Enjoy the delicious food and meet our wonderful people. Lastly, I want to thank the Foreign 2000 Foundation again for the kind invitation. It was a great pleasure to be here and to speak to you all. Thank you.